Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today we're going to try and take on Sikoa. We've been through quite a few of these campaign bosses in the past few videos. So this one is all speed and it looks a little bit tricky. Looks like things are starting to get into the difficult parts here, but let's give it a shot. Acknowledge me. So Sikoa, the part-time tribal chief. Not unlike Bronson Reed, the tribal thief, with a Shulafala. So the first one is going to be a tag team speed. Let's go for this. Okay, looks like we're against the entire new bloodline here. Okay, then I think that should be good. And lastly, Eddie Guerrero. I don't think we even needed the Drew McIntyre, but just in case, Eddie taking on Solo here. And there we go. Whew. His tribe passes back, his MFTs, his My Family Tree. And there we go, Solo has been defeated. We're on to the next boss, who's going to be Stephanie Vacure. And these next ones are all going to be down arrows, which is going to be a little bit harder. This is the deck that I was using. It was Eddie Guerrero with the Rizzo hoop earrings. Another Eddie with the Penta glove, because it was the next best speed that I could find. The phenomenal gloves from AJ Styles on Andrade. And then lastly, it was the Saturday Night Main Event t-shirt, which of course does give the boost to Chelsea Green for that final one there. So we're now into the down arrows, but now we can go ahead and claim our 4th last reward from SummerSlam 25, which gives us some unhinged knee pads. Those might be useful. Manager Mr. Stone, which gives speed and charisma to tech. I'd have infinitely preferred if it was just to 1 stat, but 2 stats we'll have to do. And we got Finn Balor. Finn Balor himself. We'll lock down these ones. And let's go ahead and make our pro, shall we? Our rewards. So we do have a few Finn Balors. They of course already start on level 100 with our 100 matches. So let's go ahead and combine. I'm going to unlock this one. And of course you don't need the variants, you only need the 100 matches and the 100 levels. You can get the variants later. And we're going to lock that one down. We're going to fortify into an F1. And then into an F2. And we'll be training him up right after we make the pro of Mr. Stone. So it currently gives 4,474 to both speed and charisma. They're both at level 100, so the pro is going to give 4,921 speed and charisma. And we'll see what that looks like once he gets all the way up to level 100. So next we need to go to trainable, and we're going to work on the Finn Balor, and we're going to work on the manager Mr. Stone. We'll do the Mr. Stone first, actually. So the Mr. Stone's really, really good for everything other than campaign mode. It just isn't as helpful for campaign mode, unfortunately. There we go, level 100. that should be enough. And next up is our Finn Balor, which we need to bring it all the way up to Fortified 2. We're going to give him a different image. I've got the Demon Finn Balor for the heroic, so I think we'll go for the non-demon. That's what happens when you try and think and commentate at the same time. Just doesn't work. But we'll go for the regular Finn Balor, the non-demon version for this one. I always like the Bullet Club symbols, you know, where he's doing the pointing thing. So I think that's what we're going to go with there. And let's go ahead and train up our Finn Balor. So it brings him up to level 105. Still has 18 hours left to go, which is a lot. Let's see how one WrestleMania 41 goes. Has 9 hours left. I think one more WrestleMania 41 should be enough. And he is complete. And now let's compare our Finn Balor with the rest of our cards. So of course he has 0 matches and 0 variants. He is just a little bit weaker than our Fortified 3 Montez Ford that we got in the previous video. He's actually more powerful than the JD McDonough, who has 4 of his variants already. Although this is a regular pro, this is a Fortified 2, so that might be the difference there. But interesting to see whereabouts we are sitting. So our next part of campaign mode is going to be using down arrows, and our down arrows aren't quite as strong as what our other arrows are. So this might be where it gets a little bit tricky. Then we've only got Seth Rollins and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. And with the help of the internet, I can actually look up what arrow it is that Seth Rollins uses, which is going to be left arrows. And I think my left arrows are actually a lot better than what my down arrows are. We'll look at Unhinged as well. So yeah, with left arrows, having this Zelina Vega really helps a lot. We've also got the double heroic Finn Balor for left arrow. We've got the F3 Dominic Mysterio for left arrows. Of course, we've also got the limited edition Ultimate Warrior. And we've even got things like the Io Sky, who is still being trained up because she still needs her Royal Rumbles. We've even got things like Kofi Kingston for the speed. We've got the Steven Regal for the toughness. We've got the double heroic Karrion Kross. So our left arrows are pretty strong. It's the down arrows that we are slightly lacking in. We've got the Pro Batista. We don't have an F1 or any other hired fortification. We've got the F3 foil Stone Cold Steve Austin from Unhinged here. And then everything else is relying on Unhinged. We've got the double heroic Jessie Jane. We've got the Asuka. We've got the F1 CM Punk. We've got the Penta, who is ranked 1813. But a lot of our down arrows are slightly lacking. Ivy Nile is the card that we're currently in the middle of leveling up, and we don't have the pro of the Jessie Jane from the SummerSlam event yet. We never did get this freaking pro of this American Nightmare Cody Rhodes either. So this one might be a little bit more difficult to do. But it's not going to stop me from trying. So I will do my best to try and grind through this. Try and beat Stephanie Vaquer. I think if we can beat Stephanie Vaquer, we can get into Seth Rollins. Then we might have a slightly easier time with Seth Rollins. And then, of course, we're into the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, where you're allowed to use all 4 arrows, both left, right, up, and down. Which is going to be very difficult when we get to the end of that, as it always is with campaign modes. But that is what we have set out in front of us. The other thing is there's only 8 hours left of this league at the point of recording. And I currently have 4 momentum slots, but my rewards here are currently only going to give me 2 of the momentum slots unless I grind a whole load of PvP. So my options are to either play a lot of PvP and try and get back up to 4 momentum slots, which could be quite time inducing, or I try and grind out campaign mode and try and complete it in the next 8 hours while I've still got 4 momentum slots. Those are my 2 options. Oh, tough. So that's what I'm going to try and do for the rest of today. The down arrows are the one that's kind of bothering me, but I'm going to give it a decent shot. Even if I can't 3-star all the way through all these, I can maybe 2-star or 1-star them, get into the Seth Rollins, 3-star through the Seth Rollinses, and then see by the American Nightmare Code Roads, and then go back to the down arrows once I get slightly better down arrows. Or maybe I'll just be able to brute force my way through it, just grinding out super moves every 15 seconds. I'm not sure. But that's going to be it for this little video. I really hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.